Good morning, beloveds. I came into the room and I called Dante and he came in here at a dead run. It was great. And I wish you could hear this purr. He's up. It's not quite on the level of Rita's purr, but it's a really good one. And he comes in and has his snuggle time. And I appreciate it. And sometimes you get to see him. You got to see half of his face there. Tip of his ear. All right. Okay. So we are doing the hidden power of the Bible. So let's do the housekeeping really quick. And because Dante's leaving now. Let's do. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. Get you one email a week. Tell us what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So click here now means it. It's also a blind CC, so nobody, you won't end up on anybody else's email list because nobody will see your email. And I'm serious about what a week. Other than the fact that we do live on the Gulf Coast and it is hurricane season, almost always if you get a second email, it's weather related. So, and then let me mention the social media merely from the standpoint of we do not monetize it. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So we ask you to instead like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on, and then engage with the individual post. When you engage with the individual post by reacting, commenting, and sharing, it bumps us in the algorithms. More people see our stuff. So a free and easy way you can support the center is get our stuff in front of more people. And that is how. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I am the running Ryan across the social medias that I am on. So there is that. Okay, so we are doing the hidden power of the Bible, which the original title was The Bible in Light of Religious Science. Yeah, and I have a copy of the book that which is literally a reprint. There are companies out there that take old books, photocopy them, and then bind them. This is the reissue. They changed the name. Same thing, same material. But this includes a preface by Reverend Jesse. And it's a little easier to read. So, hence we went with this one instead of the original title. And we are in... we are in the original... No, hang on. We are doing readings from the Hebrew Testament. Yeah, I know what he calls it, and I also know Reverend Norm. So, Hebrew Testament. We've done Genesis, we've done the creation story, and we've done the fall, also in, Genesis. And now we are going to read a series of selections, because yesterday we did what Ernest says the mission of the Bible is, okay? Which is how to live life, how to figure out your relationship to everything, the divine, the world, everything. That is the mission of the Bible. If he tackled the entire Bible, this book would be a lot thicker. So obviously just selections. The next article we are going to read is the teachings of Moses. But first we are going to read a selection of Deuteronomy that he thinks are important. I don't know if there's commentary in the readings or if he's just going to give you a selection of Deuteronomy. This may take 1 or 2 days. We will see how long. I'll just read a few of them and then we'll go from there. Deuteronomy is interesting. And if you've never, I have read the Bible from cover to cover. I've also had several really good Bible teachers. So, it's always, I think we can do all of these. So I'm just going to read you selections from Deuteronomy, and then tomorrow we will take up from the teachings of Moses, the great lawgiver. So, all right, let's get on with Deuteronomy. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God and serve God, and thou shalt swear by its name. Thou shalt not go after other gods, for the gods of other people which are around you. Thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, and it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers. That's Deuteronomy 6. And now he says on posts on thy house and thy gates, there actually is a Hebrew tradition where there is a small box that you put on your door, I think maybe right above your door frame, where you can literally put Bible quotes in that box. And I think it's specific quotes, but I don't know which ones. So, they really do this. Okay. Moving on. Man doth not live by bread alone, or by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth from the mouth of the Lord doth man live. When thou hast eaten and art full, when thou shalt bless the Lord thy God for the good land which it hath given thee, beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, lest when thou hast eaten thou fill and art full, and hast built goodly houses and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God. And thou say in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is it that giveth thee power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8. Whew. Take heed to yourselves that your heart be not deceived, that ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. And therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them unto your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house and upon thy gate, and every place there whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you on this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known. That's Deuteronomy 11. Now, did he not just echo what he said in Deuteronomy 6? Yeah, he did. Okay, moving on. And all of the blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. That is Deuteronomy 28. Okay? I know the thous and the are getting me. But you know what? I'm reading what he says. Or what and I don't know what version he's using, so it's interesting. For this commandment, which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it or do it? Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it or do it? But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey its voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto it, for it is thy life and the length of days. And so there it is, in your mouth and in your heart. Like, you don't have to go looking for God. God's already there in your heart and in your mouth already. You know, he's saying you don't have to go to heaven. You don't have to go across the sea. The words are already in your mouth. That's Deuteronomy 30. Okay, we've got 3 more. One of them's literally 1 line though. Okay. Be strong okay, try again. Be strong and of good courage, fear not, nor be afraid. For the Lord thy God, it is that doth go with thee. It will not fail thee nor forsake thee. And the Lord, it is that doth go before thee. It will be with thee. God will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. Deuteronomy 31. Okay. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. It is the rock, its work is perfect, for all its ways are judgment. A God of truth and without iniquity, just and right be it. Deuteronomy 32. And then literally the last line in this selection is, the eternal God is thy refuge. Let me try that again. I don't know why I have fudge on my brain. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. Deuteronomy 33. And now we know where Emerson got it. Emerson got the everlasting arms from Deuteronomy 33. Now, I will tell you, one of the things that Reverend Norm taught me is anytime you take a Bible quote out of context, that can change the meaning. You can make it mean whatever you want it to mean. So if you want to know what it actually means, then you go back and you read a few lines before and a few lines after. You want to put your Bible context in, or your Bible quotes in context. So, but I think the whole reason that he did that are and underneath are the everlasting arms. He was pointing out where Emerson got it. Ernest is not good at citing his sources, but now we know where Emerson got his everlasting arms. It's from Deuteronomy. So those are the selections that Ernest thought were important from Deuteronomy. Tomorrow we will pick up with the teachings of Moses, the great lawgiver, and see where that goes. It should be interesting, although it's literally one. Now, you know what? I'll just make sure I'm in here a little early tomorrow, because it's like a little section on that. And so, okay. So we will pick up tomorrow with Moses. And now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, fantastic day, magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, you got this day, drink plenty of water day, be aware of the heat day, go dance in the thunderstorms, go dance in the rain if you get it, but stay out of the thunderstorms if you get those, because we heurd them last night, but they didn't come close to us. They were headed south. So we got to hear them, but not see them. A cuddle your fur babies day, make sure you make time to sit down and rest day, let's get this week off on the best foot day, I don't know what else I was going to say today, so let's wrap this up. Day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows should be, because the divine knows should be good. And from there, anything is possible, because all the divine knows is good. And that is the good news. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on sometime this afternoon. I will be back with you in that 9:15 hour. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved.